Sunset Riders top-tier player Cartooning just dropped a new video. Last year, I made a video on him using the third character, now known as Cormano, to pull off a one-life clear. Today, he's back with a run using the second character, Billy. That video from last year left such a huge impression on me. His playstyle was just unbelievably cool, flashy, and flawless. Look at this, he's showing off again, flipping onto the roof right at the exact moment of the explosion, using those iframes to dodge the bomb. His playstyle is really way beyond what most people can even grasp. I briefly went through the footage for this video, and honestly, characters 1 and 2, Steve and Billy, they both use revolvers and really aren't as good as Cormano or Bob. Their firepower just lacks a bit because their attack range is too narrow. Now we're already at the first stage boss. In this game, if you really want a fast run, like a pure speed run, Cormano and Bob are definitely your top choices. Steve and Billy are admittedly a bit weaker. Personally, when I play this game, I'd rather use Steve or Billy because I don't really like using the shotguns. I think last year's video must still be fresh in the memory of many brothers who watched it, and I hope everyone holds the same level of expectation for this one to see what kind of crazy performance he puts on. Cartooning is honestly, calling him a top-tier player doesn't even fully describe his skill anymore. He's truly the absolute ceiling. I don't think I've seen anyone else in the domestic community who can, let's not even talk about winning or losing, just in terms of playing this flashy and showy, he is definitely number one. Plus, on multiple gaming platforms right now, he holds several speedrun records. It seems like he doesn't really have any serious competitors in this game. He has memorized these first few stages so perfectly, he knows exactly when enemies will appear right down to the second, without wasting a single shot. Remember back in the day when we played the second stage? Because we couldn't remember where the enemies would pop out from, we just kept firing the whole way through. Since ammo is infinite anyway, it basically created a screen clearing effect, so we could kill them the instant they appeared. But playing like that is exhausting, and honestly, it looks pretty amateur. I actually wanted to make a comparison video for this game, too. If you look at the top players overseas, the skill gap between them and our domestic masters is just too wide, there's no real point in comparing. Alright, now we're at the stage 2 boss. Holy crap, that's insane! He cleared the first 2 stages in just 4 minutes and 3 seconds. This is a bonus stage, and since he's going for maximum speed, he's just skipping these enemies. You guys can leave a comment about your childhood memories of this game. If I remember correctly, this game came out in 1991. Later on, Konami released a few sister titles. There was Sunset Riders, then Wild West COW Boys of Mumesa, and Mystic Warriors. They're all absolute classics in the run-and-gun genre. Stage 3. The music for this stage is so good, I absolutely love it. The method he's using here is to constantly push himself right to the very front of the screen. Remember this, guys, this is actually how you play this stage, especially when you're fully powered up. There's no need to pick up any other items. Alright, just rushing straight through to the boss. Look at that! How do you even take down a boss the exact second you face them? Too powerful. It's over before the boss could even fully move onto the screen. One look, and stage 3 is done. Let's see the next stage, these two, the Smith brothers. I think this video of his can seriously be used as a textbook guide for this game. It's too perfect, completely free of any wasted movement. Look at that, taking one down in just a few seconds like it's nothing. Back in the day at the arcade, if someone like this showed up, a massive crowd would gather behind them just to watch. Truly strong, super strong. I feel like the game starts to hit a turning point from here on out. From this guy onward, it gets pretty tough. But still, he plays this stage boss incredibly brutally, completely mercilessly. Let's see how he does it. And during this train car segment, he's still keeping himself pushed right to the front. When it comes to jumping over these obstacles, he remembers every single one perfectly. Alright, arriving at the boss fight. A spectacular moment is about to happen. Let's see how he handles it. Here it comes, and it's over. This boss looks so pitiful. If you fight this boss normally, it's incredibly hard because the arena is tiny, so we don't have much room to move, and the boss has a massive attack range, especially that whip. Yet, he actually came up with a point-blank, face-to-face strat to take him down so easily. Truly brilliant. Next stage is Chief Wigwam, also a very difficult boss. Back then, countless people basically lost all their lives right here. This game supports up to 4 players simultaneously. Back in the day, arcades that actually had these 4-player cabinet setups were pretty rare. Konami, as a major arcade giant in the early 90s, put out so many excellent games whether for arcades or the NES. And besides the games being great, I think the most important thing was that their music was just phenomenal. There's a one-up here, but I don't really know what the point of him grabbing it is. Someone of his caliber isn't going to lose a life. Look at that, he's showing off the game mechanics again. You don't die instantly on contact. If we bump into an enemy, we won't die. Alright, the boss fight begins. Are you ready for tough? Why is this boss so hard? Aside from him throwing those 5 knives in the air, he can also attack at close range. His distance management is just incredibly precise. A boss this difficult looks like child's play in his hands. Alright man, we won't shoot them. I'm really grateful to these domestic arcade masters for continuously giving us such amazing performances. It's truly wonderful. Thanks to them, so many games we couldn't beat when we were kids have now had our wishes fulfilled through their videos. He plays beautifully, and it's a joy to watch. Now we're at the fat guy stage, Paco Loco, the second to last stage. This stage actually uses the same gameplay mode as stage 2 where we're riding horses, and enemies will appear from 4 directions. However, the difficulty here is way higher than stage 2. The enemy spawn rate is much higher, meaning there are way more of them. And that fat guy at the end is actually really tough to beat. Personally, I find him quite difficult. For me, I can't clear this game on a single coin. It usually takes me about 3 or 4. And the critical thing about this game is that once you lose your weapon upgrades, you're basically done. Recovering after that is just brutal. It's the same as many shoot 'em UPS later on, without a fully powered up gun. It's just too hard. Plus, this game doesn't have any panic bomb mechanics, so you can only rely on your own experience, awareness, and reflexes to dodge. The only thing we can make use of is the quick slide, but even that doesn't give you iframes. You only get iframes when flipping between the upper and lower levels. Look at that, this fat guy's shooting range is actually quite large, and the bullet density is crazy high, yet he just walks through it like he's taking a stroll in the park. Even though this isn't his absolute best performance or his fastest speedrun, I think it's still highly classic and can definitely serve as a textbook guide for Steve and Billy. Now, pay attention, in the final stage, he still pulls off a pretty insane pro move. This stage again has him pushed right to the front of the screen, clearing it incredibly fast. Right here. This little detail might not seem like much to most people, but his execution is completely seamless. First, he uses the Gatling gun to shred a section of the fence, immediately hops down to clear the soldiers, and then goes right back up to use the Gatling gun again to clear out the entire barricade. This part is even crazier, he actually uses an enemy's bomb to blast open the gate. A tiny near miss here, but luckily his reflexes are incredibly fast, and he dodges a stray shot from a minion. Now, the final boss fight against Sir Richard Rose begins. Of course, this game does have a second loop, and the difficulty there is even harder than the first. Just look at this movement, you have to respect it, it's way too awesome. Alright, now he's fully in his rhythm. Just when you think a bullet is about to hit him, he somehow miraculously dodges it. The boss enters his second phase. Now he can use a glitch and absolute safe blind spot. Alright, let's just quietly wait for the boss. Okay, luck. With that, his first loop no death speedrun is officially achieved. What do you guys think after watching this video? Here comes the ending screen again. Let's just chat for a bit. The riders are galloping on their horses into the sunset, heading off to their next adventure. Bounty hunters. Notice this detail, Steve's horse is carrying a massive sack of cash. This is the bounty money they earned from taking down all those enemies during this adventure. Massive thanks to this excellent player, and to the great company Konami for creating such a high-quality masterpiece. It gave our childhood a sense of gaming joy that belongs uniquely to our generation. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks to all the brothers for watching and supporting. See you guys next time, bye bye.